Hi, it's Kevin Roy, and this is part one of a four-part series breaking down the four-pillar AEO and GEO plan to win at AI search in 2026 that I covered in the last video. And so for the next four videos, I'm going to go in depth on each of them, the four pillars, starting with pillar one, which is retrieval readiness, or basically making it easy for both crawlers and your users to access and digest your content. You could have the best answers in the world, but if the AI bots like Gemini or ChatGPT can't fetch your page efficiently, you really don't exist. And this is what's called retrieval readiness, or getting your site ready is called retrieval readiness. I'm going to show you how to audit your own site using free tools that I use to make sure that your site isn't invisible to the engines that matter. So what is retrieval readiness? So think of AI bots like researchers on a deadline. So if your site is slow, if it's cluttered, if it has broken paths, content that they don't understand, they're going to skip you for a source that's easier to access and read. So we're going to focus on three things: health, speed, and structure. And I'm going to show you the free tools that I use to get there. I'm also going to show you some easy fixes that anyone with a little web knowledge can do, and pro ones if you really want to get into the weeds. But honestly, though, if you get the basic ones done, you're going to see some massive improvements. The pro ones are really for super competitive niches or industries where you're competing against a bunch of other savvy developers and SEOs. So tool number one, Google Search Console. It's free. It lets you see what Google sees. And this is basically the truth teller for your website. So the problem you're going to look for are crawl errors and indexing issues. And I'm going to show you here what you need to look for. I want you to go to the indexing report. The non-dev fix for this is you would look for the 404 errors. If the page is gone, use a simple plugin like or a redirection tool for WordPress to send people and bots to the new version of that page. If you don't have a new version of that page, send it to the home page, but it's really best to send it to a page that is closely matching the original of the intent of that page. If you can't remember what was on it, look at the URL, and that sometimes be a clue. So the pro move here is look for the 5XX errors, send a screenshot to your developer, your hosting company. This is basically basement cleaning, something that you shouldn't try to fix on your own, but it will make a difference. So tool number two is page speed insights. So AI engines favor stable, fast pages that load quickly and are easy to read and are hard to parse. So the check here is plug your URL into the page speed insights here. The non-dev fix is scroll down and look for opportunities. 90% of the time, it's going to be massive images. So you can download a tool like Squoosh or a plugin to compress your photos. That's really the biggest time suck on your site. The pro move is to look for things like unused JavaScript or render blocking issues. And that's like the developer territory, but it tells you all of this in the page speeds insights and what to fix. So number three is Ahrefs. This is my favorite tool for finding internal bad stuff. So the check here is to use the Ahrefs site audit. The free version works for this for one URL at a time. You look for links that are called orphan pages, missing H1 tags, missing title tags, and missing meta descriptions. The non-dev fix here is to make sure that your pages have a link going to it and a link coming from another page to it. Remember my 3-click rules that every important answer should be reachable within 3 clicks of your home page. So then I want you to update your H1 tags, your missing title tags, and missing meta descriptions. This is like free SEO and free visibility. Oh, and the title and meta descriptions that are too long, that's a complete myth, so you can ignore those. So the pro move here is you look at your redirect loops and duplicate H1s and then send that to your developer to have the pages linked to the correct redirects. So the big impact, the checklist summary: before you hire a developer, do these things this week. Kill the 404s, redirect the broken ones. Number two, shrink your images and make them lightweight and fast. Number three, link your best stuff so you don't have orphan pages. And then finally, fix your H1s, your title tags, your meta tags, so that you don't have any empty ones. This is pillar one. So your site is now fetchable. And next week, we're going to move to pillar two, which is citation-ready structure. And I'm going to show you exactly how to write your content so that AI picks your primary source.
See you there. Thank you.